My name's Donnie Scott. I'm a senior staff counselor here at Samaritan Ministries. I've been with Samaritan going on 26 years. My entrance into homelessness started 36 years ago. I was drinking. I had impacted my family in a negative way. And I went to my second treatment. The first one, I was 21, right out of the Army. It did not work because I wasn't ready. And I went to my second one and I hit a bottom. And I didn't want to go back to my hometown because the first time I went back, it wore me down. The emotional environmental pull of the environment wore me down. So I decided to come to Winston, and I went to a shelter. It wasn't this shelter, it wasn't Samaritan, but it sufficed because it got me out of the elements. It was January and it was cold, and I had a one-track mind. At that time, God had separated me from alcohol because I couldn't do it. And I was on a path to recovery, and I was serious. And so I stayed in that shelter, and I eventually went into the fellowship home where a guy that I grew up with and went to Army with, he was there. And so he was a good example for me. And when I went in, I didn't know how to live without drinking. Everything I did, I drank with it or smoked reefer with it. Most people, they work through things and not me. When you're alcoholic and you have an obsessive mind when it comes to alcohol and you want that feeling, it pushes out all the negative stuff. And then my body craved. I didn't understand that till I went to Alcoholics Anonymous. And the one thing about Winston, it is a very caring town for people. If you can't get sober in Winston, you probably don't want to. And I got sober and went to a halfway house, the fellowship home, moved out, became a house manager, started going to school as an addiction counselor. I worked at a place called ARCA as an inpatient counselor, did outpatient as well. Also met a Willis Miller. He worked down here. And Willis was instrumental in me. I got out of the field, and Willis was instrumental in me coming here. And I'm going to tell you, I never held a job more than 4 years. So I've been here 25. What does that say about the Samaritan Ministry? It's absolutely wonderful place. People can come here and they loved. We call them guests instead of residents. They're guests because right out of the 25th chapter of Matthew, it talks about, we here to serve them. And we try our best to serve them. We got all kind of components here, addiction, mental health, and we got a beautiful staff. I learned so much from all the staff. It takes a wheel to deal with this. It takes all of us. And I've just been fortunate enough to work with some good people. Some of them have retired, and I was blessed to work with them, and I'm blessed to work with the new crew here. They are wonderful, very insightful, and knowledgeable with what they do. So, it's an ongoing thing to deal with the homeless. And sometimes a person will get it right, and sometimes it's the cumulative effect. We'll plant the seed and God will do the watering, and you might see the person 10 years later, you say, man, y'all, I didn't want to listen, but y'all gave me the information and the knowledge and the consequences of my life, and God Almighty helped me get back on my feet. So, the more I'm blessed, I pick up 36 years sober. And that's by the grace of God and the people, my family, and the people that really involved in my recovery. I appreciate all of y'all. This was a humbling experience, but it was the experience I needed. I'm going to tell you about an alcoholic. You ain't going to never see an alcoholic or addict, dancing when they come into recovery and telling you how much joy they got. Usually if they do that, they're not ready. It's suffering that really get us. When the suffering outweighs the pain outweighs the pleasure, then you can work with us. So I just pray for all the volunteers, all the staff, and all the guests, and that we may help them on their journey to recovery. And everybody's recovering from something. They've been delivered or being delivered from something. So we just want to be there as a place that you can come and be a peaceful environment, and that we can help you on your way. Thank you.